So somebody sent this to me. It's apparently there's new evidence proves Andrew Tate was framed, and then there's a question mark in there, which means it's probably clickbait, and it says leaked wiretaps. It's from Kavos. Let's give it a watch.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video.
Hi.
If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps out. Like the video. So I've been covering Andrew Tate and him being in Romanian prison. I've done multiple videos updating. However, today we got potentially some huge updates to the story. Now, I haven't made a video
Potential huge updates? Oh, shit.
on this topic for a little bit, so let's start with some things that I missed before we get on to what happened today. So one article came out about Andrew Tate and the women who had been accusing him. The headline reading, 2 women who denied being trafficked by Andrew Tate and his brother and insist they worked for him willingly are victims and have been brainwashed, Romanian judges rule.
A clinical psychologist report said that they were left traumatized and exploited. I like that that's right under there. I mean, listen, it's possible that they're lying. It's also possible that they were lying before out of, like, I don't know, fear for themselves or something. I don't know, like, what the conditions were that they said it originally. But we're at a point now where we should really understand that, like, based on, like, we're past the point of speculation. Let's be real. Based on Andrew Tate's own words, he sex trafficked women, okay? Just letting you know. Talks about how he treats his webcam models, especially, like, differently from other webcam models. He treats them like prostitutes. He talks about flying them in from other countries, using the lover boy method, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, he talks about lying to them so he can pay them less. I mean, the guy, like, I don't know what to tell you at this point. He's effectively admitted it. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. But
The 2 women did not recognize that they were being enslaved, the court ruled. A clinical psychologist report said they were left traumatized and exploited. Now, that is a crazy headline if I've ever read one. The article goes on to say 2 young women who denied being trafficked by Andrew Tate and his brother, Tristan, did not understand that they were enslaved as they had been brainwashed, Romanian court has ruled.
I mean, yeah, that's what the whole lover boy method thing is. It's almost like a level of grooming, right? I mean, you take people from other countries, you isolate them, you lie about their pay. He explicitly said that he has to sleep with every single girl that he, like, works with. I don't know. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of how, like, grooming in general works. It's kind of like that. I don't know what else to tell you.
The 2 women both claim that they worked voluntarily for Andrew and Tristan Tate, but a report prepared by a clinical psychologist said they were both left with trauma and did not recognize that they were being exploited. The brothers and their alleged female accomplices, separate from the 2 outlined in the clinical psychologist report, appeared at the Bucharest court yesterday, where their appeal against the judge's decision to extend their arrest a second time was turned down. This article was from weeks ago. The clinical psychologist assessment was described as extrajudicial evidence, but judges at the Bucharest Court of Appeal did take the report into consideration over yesterday's decision. One of the 2 women was originally from the US and had been attracted to Romania by Tristan Tate, the court heard. Romanian prosecutors considered the 2 women as victims of Tate's brother, despite their claim that they worked voluntarily for the 2 men. The magistrates took the clinical psychologist report into account and ruled that they did not speak knowingly.
Did they change their perspective, though? Isn't it that they changed their perspective on the topic or something? And then, like, that's something that they had said previously? That's my understanding.
Had been brainwashed through their exploitation. The court said this was due to the brothers' recruitment process of making their alleged victims fall in love with them, where they falsely claimed to want a relationship or marry. The Romanian court ruled, although the named woman 1 and woman 2, both in the statements given before the criminal investigation bodies as witnesses and through the authenticated statements given before the notary and submitted by the defense to the case file, denied any form of exploitation on the part of the 4 defendants. The collegial panel of rights and freedom appreciates that these statements do not reflect reality. It is known that in the case of lover boy or falling in love recruitment method, the victims of human trafficking do not always recognize the fact that they were enslaved and exploited and do not cooperate with the judicial bodies, attesting to that.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, I mean, I don't know if you would technically call it grooming, but it falls in line with, like, what grooming is. Like, part of grooming is taking somebody and isolating them, putting them into a situation where they're dependent on you and have no other option to go anywhere else. And when you take these girls from other countries, you put them in unfamiliar areas, on top of the fact that more than half of them never even did sex work in the before they started doing this. I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster. And from, like, a psychological perspective, clearly there's plenty of information that suggests that they were well, I guess you'd say they're susceptible to the lover boy method. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of how it works.
The idea that these activities were carried out voluntarily. I mean, that alone is fucking crazy. You have these women saying that, you know, nothing happened. However, apparently in cases like this, it's kind of common because they get brainwashed. So that article came out.
I mean, if you look at Andrew Tate's own words, he's even said that, like, part of his method is to make these girls fall in love with them, have sex with them, and then have them do webcam work for him. Like, he's these are the things that he said before. That's the problem. Andrew Tate's his own worst enemy. Like, if he didn't go and, like, self-report because he thought it was cool, that's the thing. He thought it was cool, so he self-reported. If he hadn't done that, then he probably wouldn't be in this much trouble. But he's going on YouTube, especially in the past, and talking about how like, I'm such a top G. I tell girls like that they have to pay, like I underpay women. I lie to them. I engage in fraud. I don't pay my taxes. Like I make these girls fall in love with me, and then I sleep with them. I have to sleep with all of them. I do this, I do that. It's like, okay, well, fuck, man. Like, what do you think was going to happen when you're self-reporting? Listen, if you're going to be a sex trafficking rapist, I mean, at least don't admit to it. That's on you, brother. You know, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, and that was a big deal. A lot of people saying it was suspicious, saying that maybe Andrew Tate had a point and that he was actually being set up by the Romanian police.
Well, it's because people, especially online, have no fucking concept of like any mental health, anything. So, okay, that's why you guys think that like 19 and 17 is fucking grooming. All right, you guys don't know a dick about shit.
You know, since the victims are coming out and saying nothing happened, but they're saying, well, yes, it did because you were brainwashed. However, a brand new piece of alleged evidence through wiretaps on Andrew Tate's victims have people thinking that the Tate brothers have been framed.
Ooh, okay.
I first saw this from a tweet from
It's like, it's just impossible at this point because he's fucking admitting to it. I'll try to remember to put the video where like he admits to everything in the description when I make this like an actual video.
Men breaking wiretaps reveals that both the US women and UK/Moldovan women plan to frame the Tate brothers.
Oh, we've already heard this before. It wasn't that they planned to frame the Tate brothers. I think that they were having, from my understanding, they're having a discussion of whether they should admit that they were drinking or not.
These documents are crazy. Other reports such as, it looks like the Tate brothers were framed and the cops had the evidence of innocence for over 6 months.
What does it say that makes you feel like it's framing? Because I can't read this. I can't read anything on the screen. Like, what does it say? What does it say? How do we know it's framing unless you tell us what it says? Hold on, that's fucking weird. Oh, I have so many tabs open. Holy fuck.
The boys are innocent. The police have been sitting on evidence that the girls plotted and planned to frame the Tates, yet they still prolong the detainment of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. Insanity. Anyone keeping up with the Andrew Tate case know whether these messages are legit and where they came from, the filing, police report. The alleged source is two of the Tate accusers and the allegations are conspiracy. Haven't kept up, that's why I'm asking.
Okay, I guess I'll try to read them. I'm like all zoomed in. Bro, I can't read any of this. Dude, I can't read any of it. What is he talking about?
And yeah, that is the question. Alleged source.
Okay, I guess I'll have to go to the Twitter account. Let's see. Luke Belmar. What do you have to say, Lucas Belmerton? Is this the right PFP? It looks like an anime profile picture. All right, let's read what this says. It looks like the Tate brothers were framed. The cops had evidence. So people were saying this. Oh, my goodness. You a good actress? True, I practice. Perfecto. Just play it cool. Got it. Like you don't know anything. Play dumb. Okay, I'm going to pull some tears out. Alona, and play dumb. Good advice. Thank you, babe. We are so good, though. We need a fucking Oscar. Let's go. Let's go. Play it cool and change the name so it will not start with something. LOL, got it. Yeah, I told you to be just like saying a nice message and that we are hurt or shit like that. We do love them, but just don't like the situation. So they will not think we are really against them, you know? Yeah, that's smart. Play the victim. I mean, we are, but like, yeah, act like we still love them and stuff. Haha, I mean, we are. Wait, what? After the raid? Tomorrow we should wear makeup and sunglasses so nobody really notices that what we look like or who we are. Yeah, I guess. LOL, we are writing a movie. All right, so it sounds like the two of them are like, yeah, let's play it up to make it seem like we still like them, but we are victims. I mean, I guess is that an expose? I don't know. Maybe. I guess the court will have to decide. For sure, we have to. I'm dying inside. Let's email Netflix, ASAP, Hulu, Amazon Prime. All right, maybe maybe. I know you don't believe I can handle this, but I can. I'm not so concerned. Tristan doesn't really care if I leave going because we've made the brothers believe we are in love. They think we will run back. Main concerns are coming from some things they're saying. A lot of explanation. We will get out of here fine. I don't think that they care that much if we leave anyways, which is why I feel okay. We'll make the call, do the right thing in the situation. Right now, we both want to be in London. There's a bunch of numbers. Can't I listen to voice messages? Wow, but we'll go to London, but we will all have American Embassy on alert. You are causing major upheaval because the machines and the American squad is on the go now. Fuck it, Emma, fuck it. You called. I didn't. Mom, I want to leave to London. You called that on you. Tell them to come Tuesday when we leave. Then we can see everything. If you stop me from going to London, expect me to disappear. I want to go to London. How dare you put me in anger like this? But you called, not me. Go to the hell, Emma. The arrogance, ignorance, bullshit. Go, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, leading this, it could be something. I mean, it's a lot of words. It sounds to me, and maybe I'm being too charitable towards them, but it sounds to me like they were trying to escape to an extent. It sounds like what they said is like, oh, the Tates will let us leave because they think we love them and they think we'll come back. So I was like, okay. If anything, that kind of suggests to me that like they are super possessive, and that like they only let the girls leave if they think that they're so in love that they'll come back to the situation. So that's one thing. The rest of it seems like we want to come forward, but we don't want them to think we want to like act like we don't hate them. Okay. I mean, I guess we'll have to, they'll have to review that, but it doesn't really seem like that much of a bombshell to me. So sorry, I don't know.
Sources to the Tate accuses the allegations are conspiracy. Haven't kept up, that's why I'm asking. And yeah, that is the question. Where have these come from? But the source that the initial tweet I showed linked was to a Romanian news site, and I translated it, and let's read what it has to say, as well as going over the wiretap. Unbelievable wiretapping of victims of the Tate brothers / exclusive documents. 2 of the girls who claimed to have been victims of the Tate brothers were intercepted discussing how to make fools of themselves before the police descended, but also how they were determining how to disguise themselves so as not to be recognised after the law enforcement raid. The young women who claimed to be victims of the Tate brothers had some very interesting discussions. The girl from the USA and the girl from the Republic of Moldova were discussing how to fool around. The mother of one of the girls put this one on the wall. Now, this is obviously, the translation is a bit fucked. We just have to make do with what we got, and you'll see the evidence yourself when I read it out. It's already in English, the evidence, so that's fine. In several wiretaps, the 2 young women who claimed to have been victims of the Tate brothers shared secrets and offered various advice to help them in their chosen careers. After finding themselves at the centre of a scandal of major proportions, the 2 were caught trying to figure out how to disguise themselves so they wouldn't be recognised by fans on adult sites. So these are the alleged wiretaps of the victim.
Is that what they wanted to figure out? Wait, I read it more that they wanted to disguise themselves so that the Tate, so that they just weren't recognized on like TV or something. But okay.
Victims of Andrew Tate and what they say. So it's Aliona and Bear are the first ones, and it says 2 days before the first raid. Here we go. So Aliona, you are a good actress. Aliona, true. Bear, I practiced. Perfecto. Question mark. Aliona, just play it cool. Bear, got it. Aliona, like you don't know anything. Aliona, play dumb. Bear, I'm going to pull some tears out. Aliona, question mark. Bear, and play dumb. Bear, good advice. Thank you, babe. Next one.
I read the whole thing, and he's just reading it
was
now.
1 day before the first raid. We are so good, though. We need a fucking Oscar. Let's go. Let's just go play it cool. And change my name so we'll not start with A. Lol, got it. Yeah, I told you to be like saying a nice message and that we are hurt or shit like that. And that we do love them but just don't like the situation. So they will not think we are really against them, Yeah, that's smart. Play.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it sounds more like they just don't want them to think that it was them so that they don't get in trouble or hurt or something in some capacity. Again, maybe I'm being too charitable to the women.
The victim, I mean, we are.
But I am a simp.
Act like we still love them and stuff. Bear, haha. I mean, we are. Wait, what? After the first raid. Bear, tomorrow we should wear...
I mean, that's them saying that they are victims, right? They still believe that they're victims. So just for at the very least, they think that they're actually victims. They're just trying to play this up, I guess, in their head. So just letting you know that.
Makeup and sunglasses so nobody really notices what we look like or who we are. Aliona, yeah, I guess. Lol. We are writing a movie ASAP. Yep. For sure, we have to. I'm dying inside. Bear, I'm dying inside. Let's email Netflix ASAP.
Who would play Andrew Tate? Vin Diesel? You know who would who would play Andrew Tate, do you think? I'm thinking who's else? Vin Diesel, The Rock? You think anybody would play Andrew Tate? I don't know. Maybe Leonardo DiCaprio. Apparently he breaks up with girls right after they hit 21 or 25, excuse me. It's just a little interesting. It's not like they're hatching escape plan. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I mean, I'm at a point now where I've heard the objective proof from Tate himself that he, engages in fucking like sex trafficking. So I'm pretty much pretty sold on the idea, mostly because I heard it from Andrew Tate himself. So, but if you're somebody who's, really doubling down on like the manosphere shit, it's going to take a lot more than this because everything is a conspiracy theory. Like, everything is fake, false information. Everything is everything's Andrew Tate himself saying it's a deep fake, I guess. I don't know. That's where we're at.
Hulu,
so.
Amazon Prime. Emma Gabby talking to her
Sneeko
family. So
Sneeko can certainly play him. I mean, he already is literally playing him. That's like his character. Oh, I hate these fucking things.
The article describes this second wiretap as in another conversation held by the young woman from the USA with her mother, the victim of a Tate brother is confronted by the woman who accuses her of setting the authorities on fire. So the translation is a bit fucked, but what I understand, this is a conversation between one of the victims and her mother.
Authorities on fire doesn't mean literally. It means like riling them up, you know, getting them going.
Look, I know you don't believe I can handle this, but I can. I'm not so concerned. Tristan doesn't really care if I leave, going because we made the brothers believe we are in love. They think we'll run back. My main concern...
Yeah, like right there when they're like, oh... they think we'll come back. So they'll let us leave because they think that we're in love with them. That suggests to me that they wouldn't let them leave if they didn't actually think that they were in love with them. That's like an aspect of, I would say, like, I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe grooming is the incorrect word, but some kind of like, if they're not letting them leave unless they feel like they're so in love they'll actually come back, that's a huge fucking red flag.
Are coming from things some girls are saying. It's a lot to explain, but we will be out of here fine. I don't think they care that much if we leave anyways, which is why I feel okay. I will make the call and do the right thing in the situation. Right now, we both want to be in London. The mum, allegedly, quotes, go to London, but why have all the American embassy on alert? You are causing a major upheaval because the Marines and all-American squad is on the go now. Fuck it, Emma. Fuck it. You called. I didn't. Mum, I want to leave to London. So you called. That's on you. Tell them to come Tuesday when we leave. They can see everything. Look, if you stop me from going to London, expect me to disappear. I want to go to London. How dare you put me in danger like that? You called, not me.
What editing software
go to hell, Emma.
I use the Wondershare Filmora.
With your arrogance and ignorance and bullshit. Go to somewhere or Bangkok or Bora Bora. Who is stopping you? The whole American embassy is on alert. Shame on you. That's your fault. Thanks. So yeah, that conversation was a bit more hard to understand. It seems like what I can understand, the mum's mad at one of the victims because she's got like the American embassy on alert, but she's trying to leave to London or something.
Probably her mother or their daughter.
Something. But yeah, these wiretaps are crazy. We have conversations of them saying that they're like actors and they deserve an Oscar, that they want to sell stuff to Hulu, Netflix and stuff like this. At the moment, we don't know if it's concrete evidence.
Is that all I'm going to say? Is that's the only thing that you interpreted? Like, yeah, they're saying that. You're right. So that's something to bring up, but they're not going to bring up the fact that they like only feel comfortable leaving because the Tate brothers think that they're actually in love with them, so they'll actually come back. Like I don't know, why not bring all of it up? Like okay,
but actually where it's come from. But Andrew Tate's ex-girlfriend, you know, who's been backing Andrew Tate throughout all of this, has also released a video about it. New video released by Andrew Tate's ex after seeing the leaked WhatsApp messages by the US and UK Moldovan women. She is furious.
Is this the girl from before the last time?
The screenshots have been leaked today from the girls who framed Tristan and Andrew for the human trafficking and the rape. The very same two girls who accused them of these things, the screenshots between them two have been leaked today, where they're talking about how they're going to play this, how they're going to frame. They have planned to.
Oh, it's just her interpretation of the situation. It's a Tate supporter's interpretation of it. Okay.
Frame them and how they're going to do it. There's a discussion. You can see it on the screenshots where they're saying, "Are you good actors?" Asking each other if they're good.
It's not. I really wouldn't say that they're trying to frame him. It sounds more to me like they're just trying to fucking plan their escape. I mean, they're saying that they've got Andrew Tate to actually think that they're in love with them, so that they and Tristan, so that they can feel comfortable leaving. Yeah, it sounds like a fucking escape plan to me. But okay.
Actresses, how they're going to let the tear come out and all that kind of stuff. How they're going to get an Oscar for it.
No, what's happening right now?
Sussy Nut super chatted $20. Can you react Celeste Mark video and hope you enjoy this?
How they're going to contact Netflix and Hulu to get the best deal.
Thank you. Yeah, with the Netflix Hulu thing, to me that just reads as like a joke. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't think that they're actually like planning on getting like Netflix and Hulu involved. So I mean, could be wrong, I suppose, but it doesn't really seem like an actual plan to have them involved.
Also been messaging mother at the same time while she was talking to the other girl, how she is not kidnapped or she's not being human trafficked.
Not what she says, but.
And her mother ended up calling the embassy, American embassy, and even her daughter was like, "You did it, I didn't tell you to." And she was like, "What? Then why are you causing all of this like massive problem if you're not being trafficked? Like, why are you causing this massive like problem with the embassy and panic if nothing is happening?" And so she's just also saying like, "It's your fault." Like you can see it in the screenshots because she even herself said in those screenshots, "They do not care if I leave." And then Mara goes.
Yeah, they say that because they've convinced the Tates to think that they're in love with them. It's not like, oh, I think I could leave. It's like, oh, I think I could leave because they think we're in love with them. Those are two very different things. The interpretations, like, even if you think that I'm being too charitable, that's just objectively what was said on the screen. So, oh my God. So, like, let's be real here.
Like, then why are you causing all of this? You can see it all in the screenshots, how she's telling her mother, they don't care if I leave. It's your fault that you called the embassy. Her mother saying...
It sounds more like she expressed to her mother that she felt trapped there. And then, like, so the mother called the embassy, but the girls had an escape plan. Like, that's literally all this reads as. So, okay. Okay.
Why are you causing all of this if there's no problem? And her talking to that other girl, saying that if they're good actresses, they're gonna have a deal with Netflix and Hulu. This is fucking this is disgusting. Those two women should be pulled into jail, not the boys. I think we all know at this point. We knew this all along. They're innocent. This is a fucking joke.
Yeah. Forget what he actually said, by the way, guys. Because if we look at that, then he's not innocent.
The fact that these screenshots have been now leaked and they're showing nicely how they framed them is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting, and I don't understand it in my mind how they're still in jail. How are they still in jail? They're not even charged. They're not even charged. And now after this, I don't understand. I do not understand. And if there's anybody who should pay for it, it's them two girls.
Yeah, she's clearly very mad, and she interprets her messages probably a bit better than I do. And she says...
No, she doesn't. She interprets the messages fucking like an absolute abysmal dog shit. Holy fuck.
That it's proof that they are trying to set up and frame Andrew Tate. She is right. There are messages where they say they don't mind, like Tristan Tate won't mind if they leave.
Yeah, there's also messages that say that they won't mind them leaving because they think that they're in love and will come back. Come on, why are we doing this? What's happening? It's on the fucking screen, bro. What are you talking about?
Which would go against, them being forced to stay, etc. But at the moment,
it's like selective hearing here. Huh?
I'm just going to present this evidence. You guys make of it what you will. This case is just ongoing and there's so much going on. We'll really have to see what happens. However, if this is real, I'm sure this evidence could be used by Andrew and Tristan Tate's defense.
Well, they're going to use it regardless of whether it's real or not. But yeah.
Tate got wiretapped. Now the victims apparently got wiretapped. Dude, this shit is crazy. This whole story is fucking nuts. Leave a like if you think this story is fucking nuts. I will keep you guys...
Not really that nuts, man. Okay. Well, yeah, sure. New evidence, guys. New evidence.
Guys updated with big updates on this case. I have been doing it, so any more updates, make sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, like the video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, fuck off.
Okay.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.